Hi guys, it's Mia of Mia Made Crochet. Right now I am working on the hat that I showed you guys before for my brother-in-law. This is a pattern by Bag O' Day Crochet. It's her diagonal, what is it? Diagonal cable hat. I just started it a couple days ago. Kind of like that design. I actually made one for my father, and my sister told me that when my brother-in-law saw a picture of it, he was really impressed. And so they're getting married next week, and I thought that it'd be nice to like make him a welcome to the family gift. I don't know, any excuse to crochet for me, to be honest. So I'm on row 16 or 17. I had to do 22 rows and then just like a single crochet brim. So it should be pretty easy. Then once I'm done with this, I am going to work on a beach bag. So I started it intending to take it with me to Costa Rica for myself. Never finished it in time. So I wanted to see if maybe I can finish it and make a hat to match it for my sister to take on her honeymoon. So then I'll have something for both of them for the wedding. I mean, I've also, of course, contributed monetarily to the wedding, so that's a true gift. But this will just be something extra. So I'm going to keep working, and I'll show you guys what that looks like when I'm done. Sorry, I'm not one of those fancy people who can crochet without looking. So I'm not even going to try right now. I'm just going to get back to work, and then I'll catch up with you guys when I'm done and show you what the hat looks like when it's completed. Okay. Okay, so I finished the hat. This is the diagonal cable beanie by Bag O' Day. When she made hers, she just did two rows of single crochet at the bottom, but instead I did alternating rows of front post and back post single crochets to kind of create a little ribbing, but I didn't go too crazy with it, just about 4 rounds of it, because the hat turned out a little bit larger than I expected, and I wanted to kind of just tighten the brim a little bit to improve the fit. But anyhow, now I'm gonna start on finishing the beach bag for my sister, and then maybe even try to squeeze in a hat for her too. But that might be an ambitious goal considering I only have, it was today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I leave Wednesday to go down to the wedding, but Tuesday's my baby's birthday. And I have to do some preparation for that and stuff to pack. So maybe not, but at the very least, I'll try to finish the bag. Alrighty, I will let you guys see what that looks like in a bit. Hey, so today is Sunday, April 12th, and this is the bag that I mentioned to you guys earlier. So I started it before I went to Costa Rica, intending to take it with me, and I never finished it. So in the last couple days, I finished the main part of the bag, sewed on the sides here, did the straps, and then now I'm doing the fringe. This is the last step, and then I'll be done with the bag. So pretty confident that I should be able to get a hat done in the next day or so to match it. So that's going to be really nice to be able to send my sister off on her honeymoon with a nice beach bag and a little sun hat to match. I wish I had time to make her husband-to-be a sun hat also. I did make him a hat, but it's more of a winter hat. But, you know, it's the thought that counts, right? So anywho, I'm going to just keep plugging away at this. I have to actually cut 11-inch strips of this yarn. I'm using Lion Brand's Rewind. I've used it quite a bit recently in the hats that I made that I showed you guys in my last video. And I really like it. Like, it feels really soft, but it's also really sturdy, so it works up into a pretty sturdy fabric, even though it feels really really soft to the touch, which is great considering that sometimes when you make bags or hats and you use like sturdier yarns like cotton, it can be really rough on the hands, but this one's not, so that's good. I'm just going to eyeball the 11 inches based off of double the fringe because Anybody got time to be using a ruler all the time? Okay. What do you think? I think that looks like 11 inches, maybe a little bit more. So apparently I need like 166 of these total. I've already done about 32 on this side of the bag. So I still have to do a bit of it. So what you do is you take this piece, and then in all of the single crochets on the edge of the bag, you just attach the yarn like so. Pull it through, and then pull those two tails through. Cool, like a little tassel. Super easy. So I'm hoping that I can finish this within the next hour or so, and then get started on the bag. Get started on the hat. So I'll come and show you guys when I'm done with it. Okay, so she is finished. Again, this is the Lotus Beach bag. Let me see who the designer is. I have the pattern printed right here. Okay, so it was designed by Bobby Clubhouse. For the most part, I like it. There are some things about the pattern that I found confusing at first, but that might totally be a me thing because I didn't read the whole pattern through before starting it, which I keep telling myself is the best thing to do. Make sure you understand everything is asking you before you start, so you're not in the middle of it like, what? And so that happened to me a couple times, but that's my own fault. The handle, I feel like, turned out just a little bit wonky. Like it tells you to seam it together from the base, but kind of have this situation where, you know, you want to keep this front part facing forward because it matches the stripe here, but it's kind of turned sideways. So maybe I should have kind of loosened up, or maybe not seam it down so far. But that's probably the only thing that I'm displeased with as far as the finished product. And I shouldn't even say displeased. I think it still looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to get started on the matching hat. I'm going to try to get a good amount of it done tonight before I go to sleep. It's 8:44 p.m. I'm going to try to give myself like a 10:30 cutoff. I'm trying to get back into my fitness journey, get up at 5 a.m. and do my workout, try to start my day off on a positive note. So I'm going to try not to stay up too late crocheting tonight. But I'll check it in with you guys when I have some progress to show on the hat. Okay, so I'm ready to start on the hat now. I'm using Lion Brand Rewind tape yarn. I don't know if I mentioned that before when I was working on the bag. I did use it for the bag. I used two colors. This is, which one is this? Citronella, and then this one is Willow. Willow was the accent color, so and Citronella was the main color. So I'm going to do the same thing for the hat. Main color, accent color. I think I'll make the majority of the hat in the main color and then just use this to do a couple of rounds on the brim so that it matches the bag. I'm using the T.O. Yarn Craft and Hobie traditional crochet hooks. They also have the Tunisian crochet hooks. They're both great. The pattern is by Knit Crow Addict. She has a YouTube tutorial, and then she also has a free pattern on her blog, which is awesome. So I'm going to use the free pattern. If I love it and think I'll make it more than once, then I'll purchase the pattern. It calls for a 3mm hook size, but I tend to have like really tight tension, so I'm going to use a 4. Also, my sister, like me, we have larger head sizes, so I'm going to need to make the hat a little bit bigger so I can make sure it fits her. So I'm going to try the 4mm to see if I make gauge with it. If not, then I'll, go down or go up hook size. So I will show you guys my progress as I go. Okay, so I am done with the increases for this hat. the pattern has size small, medium, and large, which is great. So I went with the large. I did use a larger hook size, as I mentioned. So this is 17 rounds. It's not the 18 rounds that they say for gauge. But I am pretty much at the 4-inch, just under. So once I do round 18, I imagine I'll be right at 4 inches, which is a good thing I picked the bigger hook. Because if I did the smaller one, I wouldn't meet gauge. So I'm glad I decided to do that. Saved myself some time. So I'm gonna go to bed now because it is pretty late, and as I said before, I need to get up and work out and be a good doobie. So I will check in tomorrow and show you guys my progress. I'm hoping that I can finish the whole hat tomorrow and pack for my trip. Lofty goals, but you know, aim high, right? All right, good night. See you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It's Monday, April 13th. I am up. It is 5:49. Had a little bit of a slow start. It's getting up at 5. It's very hard for me and still very new. But I'm going to do my workout to start my day. The kids are still asleep. Breakfast has been started. It's in the air fryer, so at least I don't have to babysit it. And yeah, I'm going to try to do this workout and shower before they get up. Wish me luck. Hey guys, so a lot has changed. I did not come back and show you that I finished this hat to match the bag. I am now in Atlanta. Yes, not home. I'm in Atlanta. This is my sister. She's getting married tomorrow. This is her gift. I did finish it, but I would be remiss if I didn't come back on and show you guys how it looked. So I made this hat using, God, I forget the name of the pattern. I will link it down in the description. But I didn't do the lace portion because I ran out of yarn. But I think it still turned out pretty good. And it matches the bag, and my sister says she likes it. So that's all that matters in the end. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.